Welcome to the channel. The purpose of channel is to facilitate students in learning physics at their convenience. It is a class without a classroom, so learn physics at your convenience. Let us start our today's lesson. The topic is addition of vectors by rectangular components. Students, at school level you have studied that vectors are graphically added by head to tail rule. This rule, the process of adding vectors by head to tail rule, becomes difficult when we have to add many vectors. Therefore, an alternate method is to add vectors by rectangular components. Today, we will discuss how the vectors are added by rectangular components. Students, let us consider we are given many vectors named as A, B, C, D and so on up to n. They are making different angles theta 1, theta 2, theta 3 and so on with x-axis, and we are asked to add them. If we use the graphical method or head to tail rule, it will be difficult and it will require large space. Therefore, we will add these vectors by rectangular components. Now, what are the steps that we will take to add these vectors by rectangular components? Students, first of all, we will resolve all the given vectors in rectangular components. Means A was a given vector. A is resolved in x and y components. Ax and Ay are its rectangular components. If theta 1 is the angle that A makes with x-axis, then these components in terms of theta will be A equals to A cos theta 1 plus A sin theta 1, Ay and Ax. Similarly, when B is resolved in rectangular components, we will get Bx, B cos theta 2, By, B sin theta 2 and so on. All the given vectors will be resolved in rectangular components up to last vector n. N cos theta is the x component of n and n sin theta is the y component of n. This is the first step. Now, in the next step, we will add x components of all the vectors to get x component of resultant. If r is their resultant, then x component of r equals to x component of A plus x component of B plus x component of C and so on. R in terms of angle, r cos theta equal to A cos theta 1 plus B cos theta 2 plus C cos theta 3 and so on. Next, we will add y components of all the vectors to get y component of resultant. That is, ry equals to Ay plus By plus Cy and so on. R in terms of angle, r sin theta, y component of resultant is equal to y component of A sin theta 1 plus B sin theta 2 plus C sin theta 3 and so on. Now, after these steps, how we will get the magnitude of resultant? Magnitude of resultant is obtained by using equation r equals to rx square plus ry square under root. This equation gives the magnitude of the resultant. And what will be the direction of resultant? If phi is the angle that resultant makes with positive x-axis, then we can obtain phi equals to tangent inverse ry by rx, vertical component of resultant divided by horizontal component of resultant. Now, phi is the angle made by resultant with positive x-axis. In which quadrant the resultant will lie? It depends on the signs of y and x component of resultants. Students, there are four possibilities. Number one, when both x and y components of resultant are positive, then the resultant will lie in the first quadrant. Here x component is positive, y component is positive. It means that the resultant of all these vectors will lie in the first quadrant, and angle phi will equal to theta that we calculated. Next possibility is that when Rx is negative and Ry is positive. Rx is negative, Ry is positive, the resultant will lie in the second quadrant. And here the angle that it will make can be calculated by subtracting the given angle theta from 180. This is 180. 180 minus this angle will give you this angle that R is making with positive x-axis. So resultant will lie in the second quadrant when its x component is negative and when its y component is positive. Third possibility, when both x and y components are negative, the resultant will lie in third quadrant having both the components negative. In this case, the angle that it makes with the positive x-axis is obtained by adding 180 with theta. And the fourth option can be when Rx and is positive and Ry is negative. Then the resultant lies in the fourth quadrant. Rx is positive, Ry is negative, and the phi angle that it makes with the positive x-axis will be 360 total angle minus theta. 360 minus theta. Students, this is how we can find the resultant when many vectors are given. The magnitude and direction of resultant can be obtained, and we can also find that in which quadrant the resultant will lie. I hope it is clear, students. Thank you for sparing your time to watch the video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Take care of you. Goodbye.